After the craziness of last season, third in the Premier League, quarter-finals in the Champions League, and winning the FA Cup, it can be a special season this year for Cadbury Athletic. We've got our new kits, purple and orange, back to the way we were. Let's get into this season. Can we go one better? Let's find out. And in centre midfielder as well, Abdullah Hazazi has joined us on a free this time. He was on a loan last season, joining in on a free, 27 to 37 million for the goalkeeper there. Pep Fabregas replaces Tarantino at right back. 4.7 million spent on this guy. Very good player. Hopefully can be a Spanish international with us, but looking for someone that is a little bit more consistent than Tarantino was. Radek Vitek has come in on a free. English, homegrown in nation player. Is a Czechia international as well. Would be good for Champions League registration, and also if anything happens to Peralta as well. Tisilis from Brighton, £36 million spent on this Greek international. Can play at centre mid, centre attack midfielder, or on the right wing as well. A very good player. Another wonder kid coming in, continental reputation, already valued in at 82 to 93 million. Another wonder kid that has come in, Jorge Rodriguez, has been on our list for quite a few years now. He looks absolutely fantastic. 38 million spent on this guy. 6'3", Portuguese, not an international just yet, but with these stats, with the mentals, I think he's going to be a fantastic player for us. Keita Nakano, another one that we should have signed earlier on in the game save, 6 million coming in, brings a good bit of squad depth at CDM, centre midfielder, attacking midfielder and right mid if we do get stuck with him there. Paid in at 27 to 32 million. Declan Rice has come in with a bit of experience, helping out with the hierarchy as well. Mentals are fantastic. I don't see him playing too much this season, but 166 caps for England, 54,000 a week, seemed like a no-brainer, even at 36 years of age. Lyle Gelty joining in at left back for 11 million. For Rasmussen, he wants to have some good competition. 18-year-old Scottish, not an international just yet, but would be good for the squad registration for the Champions League. And lastly, a bit of a wild card signing, Jan Harald Langfell. 3 million spent on this guy. Norwegian, has been touted as the new Erling Haaland, so we had to bring him in. Good finishing, and that's pretty much it at the minute, but 43 to 50 million valuation. How is he going to do for us? We'll have to find out. A big squad overhaul was required to push on in the Champions League and into the Premier League, and with that, sales needed to be made. Pablo Godoy left us for 24.5 million. A very good player that we brought in early on in the game save for 7 million. He went to Wolves, a big fee and big wages off our list as well. Wolves also took Wagner Goncalves. They activated his release clause, so he left for 16 million as well. And a couple of important signings that have come in as well. Felix Braga joining from Newcastle, £35 million spent on this guy. He's a wonder kid. Hopefully he can push us on a good bit of squad depth at striker and right midfielder as well. Eduardo has come in as a wonder kid left midfielder. 2 million from Santander, already valued at 32 to 47 million. But the outs didn't stop there. 71 million in sales were made. Jonathan Torres left us to Al Ali for 27.5 million. Antonio Tarantino left us for 23.5 million. And as I mentioned, Wagner Goncalves went to Wolves as well. Big signings have come in, but a lot of freebies that we did bring in also. Aaron Cunningham joined us on a free from Chelsea. Homegrown in nation, good for Champions League registration. The same with Chidi Aliou, comes in as a left back and a centre midfielder if required. And tactically, this is how we're going to set up for this season. The 4-1-4-1 mastery. We destroyed Liverpool in the FA Cup with this. It's time to go a full season in the Premier League and the Champions League. 4-1-4-1 mastery. Can it finally work? Let's find out. Our first test this season was the Community Shield against Manchester City. They won the Premier League, we won the FA Cup, and we came down to 11 penalties each. Haaland still playing for Manchester City so far into this game save. Jakobsen steps up. The second time round, the second penalty taken in this Community Shield penalty shootout, and misses. Spike Brits wins the Community Shield for Manchester City.
We started really well in the league, a 3-1 victory over Manchester United early on, Felix Brega scoring the pick of the goals, a counter-attacking wonder strike from our corner. And this was followed up with a 7-3 victory over West Bromwich Albion, Matthias Baldo getting the 7th goal of the game for us, but it just goes to show that the 4-1-4-1 mastery can work in the Premier League. Looking at the table after the first 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw, 8 goal difference, a wonderful start to life in the Prem. And the goals didn't stop there, we managed to put 9 past Ferencváros. In the Hungarian league, Menecsi having a fantastic season, 3 goals already in the early stages. It was early days, but the 9 goals put us at the top of the Champions League table. And our winning form didn't stop there. After a tightly contested game with Manchester City, we beat them 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Wonderful performance from Cadbury Athletic. 11 shots, 7 on target, and we managed to sit top of the Premier League, 6 games and 16 points. We were rocked by a massive injury though to Jorge Peralta, out for 2 months with a dislocated shoulder, which meant that Vitek made his debut for the club and would be a massive player in the next couple of months. And with that victory over Manchester City, we made it 19 games unbeaten. And the goals kept coming, an 8-1 victory over Nottingham Forest, New Harlan Langfiel getting on the score sheet as well. With an array of wonder kids in our team, Kovac scored the 8th, a wonderful goal from the edge of the box. With results going well in the Premier League, our attentions turned to the Champions League. Revenge got against AC Milan. We beat them 3-0 at home. Revenge for losing in the quarter-final last season. Although we were brought back down to earth by losing in the last minute to Real Madrid in the group stage, our first loss of the Champions League, but we will make it into the next knockout round. In the league, Liverpool were the next team to be dispatched. We beat them 3-2 at Anfield. With 19 games played, 14 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses in the Premier League, 5 wins, 1 loss in the Champions League, Emirates Cup 3rd round against Everton. We knocked out in the Carabao Cup to Brighton. A big competition heavy season this season. In January we had a £112 million bid for Jorge Peralta from Barcelona, but it isn't one that we did accept. Vaden at 83 to 91 million, he's going to be our player for the rest of the season. There was a huge scare in the FA Cup against Stevenage, with Hazazi giving the ball away and Odonkor tapping into an empty net. We couldn't break him down, eventually going into extra time, where in all honesty Stevenage were the better team. Neither side, however, managed to get the vital winning goal in this one. With the tie going to penalties, Aliou slotted away our 4th. A big scare has been dodged. Now into the 5th round we face Aston Villa. In the Premier League we are still top, only on goal difference though, 17 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. We are through to the next round in the Champions League as well. A league double was completed over Manchester City in the league. Berger giving it to Drame to go 1-0 up. In the end, the 4-1-4-1 mastery does work in the Premier League, completely dominating Manchester City, and with that, with 28 games played, with 2 points behind the top of the table, 20 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses, Partizan are in the Champions League round of 16 for us, and West Ham in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. And with Partizan, we took an early lead with Rodriguez scoring from a corner, fantastic header, and this was going to be a big win for Cadbury Athletic. A poor back pass from the back gave Braiger the chance to go 3-1 up for Cadbury Athletic, with the first leg ending 4-1 away from home. And there was more of the same in the second leg, where we won 10-3 at home, 14-4 on aggregate, the 4-1-4-1 mastery to great effect here. And we're actually 5-0 up in the first half. A fantastic achievement in Europe. However, we did have heartbreak in the FA Cup. We were 2-1 down with Rodriguez bringing us back to 2-2 on the 57th. And we actually went into the lead 2 minutes later. Baldo and Rasmussen doing a 1-2 from a throw-in. Rasmussen finding Braiger, who gives it to Drame. Yes, it was deflected past Bedia, but a wonderful goal to put us 3-2 up. Although heartbreak was to ensure, 73rd minute, West Ham brought it back to 3-3, but that wasn't the last goal of the game. A devastating counter-attack where West Ham caught us on the break. Porcel giving it to Edwards, ran down the right hand side unopposed and found the top left hand corner, knocking us out of the FA Cup. Our attention soon turned to the Champions League, however, where we faced Juventus in the quarter-final. And if we made it past Juventus in the quarter-final, we would face either Real Madrid or Benfica in the semis. After 31 games in the Premier League, we're sitting in second place, 1 point behind Arsenal with a game in hand. 86 goals scored, the best in the league, but 39 goals conceded, and due to this, we did make a tactical tweak. Out of possession, we dropped our 4-1-4-1 mastery into a much lower defensive line and a low block line of engagement. We had 2 players on the Next Gen 2036 shortlist, with the new Haaland Liang Fiel winning the award outright, having a fantastic, stellar debut season for Cadbury Athletic. What a spending of £3 million he was. Luca Gelti was also on that list, our backup left back. There was one big transfer happening though this season. Jovanovski going to Borussia Dortmund for 52 million. This guy came in on a free amateur contract from North Macedonia. We've turned him into a superstar. We took a 1-0 lead into the second leg of the quarter-final of the Champions League against Juventus, although they gave us a very tough game. They equalised on the night. However, in the 72nd minute, we put the tie out of reach. 3-1 up, 2-1 on the night. Rice finding Full, giving it to Tistilis, back to Full. Rower on the left-hand side, lovely ball in, and Sparhich putting us 2-1 up on the night. Although it wasn't to end there, Juventus did bring it back, a devastating counter-attack, 2-2 on the night. But it wasn't to be. We ended up winning 3-2 on aggregate. A semi-final against Real Madrid is waiting. And the 4-1-4-1 mastery was proving its dividends in Europe as well. We took the lead against Real Madrid in the semi-final in the 35th minute. Rower losing out, but Drame from the edge of the box crosses it into Manetti, a fantastic free signing, and he did put us 1-0 up against Real Madrid. Now we did manage to actually double our lead on the half-time whistle, Drame with a penalty putting us 2-0 up on the night. And we ended up winning the first leg of the semi-final at the Bernabeu, 2-1 against Real Madrid. We gave them a good fight and we managed to hold on, a wonderful, wonderful victory, and we do take back a lead that we are hoping to hold on to at home. We're going to this game against Liverpool today in the Premier League, knowing that victory would give us the Premier League title. 2-0 up on the night. We made no mistakes with Briga putting it in the far left hand corner. For the first time in this series and in Cadbury Athletic's history, we have lifted the Premier League trophy. Arsenal pushed us very far this season, finishing in second place, but we have won the title for the first time. A fantastic achievement for this team. And with that vital win over Liverpool, we ended up winning the Premier League. 28 wins, 6 draws, 4 losses, 56 goal difference, 90 points on the board. What a fantastic achievement. What a night in Cadbury Athletic's history. The second leg of the Champions League against Real Madrid. We're leading 2-1 from the first leg. Can we do the unthinkable? Yes, we can. We went 1-0 up on the night. Rower scoring from the edge of the box to put us 1-0 up just before half time. To hold on to this lead, we moved to the Gambit formation, and in the 69th minute, Rower once again scoring against Real Madrid, edge of the box, 2-0 up on the night. This is what dreams are made of. We were 4-1 up on aggregate. Bellingham failed clearance, Fall against his former team, out to Rower, and a fantastic thunderbolt past Chevalier. Real Madrid tried to make a comeback though. Gilson Almeida, a wonderful curling shot from the edge of the box, beats Peralta from distance. But it wasn't enough as we held on to make it into the Champions League final. Fantastic, fantastic achievement. 12 shots, 4 on target. We had less possession, but we were going to play Liverpool in the final. A team who we've beaten every time so far this season. As the season came to an end, we did win the Manager of the Year award for the Premier Division, the first time in our history. The time is here. FA Cup rematch, however this time it is in the Champions League final. The 4-1-4 mastery, can it do it again for us? Let's find out. We knew we could beat Liverpool, and we had done every time we faced them this season. Rasmussen picked up on a loose pass, gave it into Sparhich, who found Roa, who once again in the Champions League found the back of the net. 1-0 up after 16 minutes. A wonderful cutout from Rasmussen, who ran into Sparhich, held up the ball well, found Roa in acres of space, and a first time left-footed shot found his way past Evans. It was a game of end-to-end football, and on the 40th minute Oscar ran down the right-hand side, no challenge put in, and put the ball past Peralta to bring it to 1-1, just before half-time. Going into half-time at 1-1, we pumped our fists, and we told them they've all done so well, keep going and make sure you get the win you deserve. One of the most crucial team talks of our career. And to shake things up at half-time, we brought Braga off in place of Drame, who's had a fantastic season in the Champions League. We started the second half fast, dominating play as we have done all season. Drame down the right-hand side into Roa, back post to Menecci off the crossbar and just cleared away from Liverpool. For Braga then on the right-hand side, threw it into Baldo. Nice 1-2 for Braga. Into the box, mazy little run, but hits it just wide of the target. More substitutes made for Braga off for Aliou, and Menecci brought off for Tistelis. However, the unthinkable then happened. On the 51st minute, Jorge Peralta was injured, and Radak Vitek came in for the biggest game of his career. We continued in search of a winner though, Rasmussen finding Tistelis, who gives it to Roa. Again, first time shot is tipped around the post by Evans. With our new goalkeeper on the pitch, Liverpool started to ramp up the pressure. Illing Jr. finding the cross in, nets, stopped just in time by Vitek, who tipped it just over the bar. However, there was heartbreak in the 60th minute, Musiala giving it to Illing Jr. But what's this? Is it offside? VAR. Goal awarded. Liverpool go 2-1 up. Liverpool are in full control now, bombarding our box and hitting the post in the 65th minute. With 20 minutes still to play, Jovanovski brought off, Yankfeld coming onto the pitch as well. We made a change of our tactics. We had to go for it now. Yankfeld going up front, along with Drame. It was going to be a 4-1-2-3. Mentality had changed to attacking, with Sparhich in the middle, Luca Gelty coming on at left back. All of our subs had been made. '87th minute on the clock. Pressed edge to Rasmussen. Tistelis finding Aliou at right back. Into Tistelis. Baldo. Aliou. Into Drame. 2-2. Offside flag has gone up. What is VAR going to say here? In our favour this time. Goal awarded. 88th minute. It's 2-2. Five minutes of added time on the clock. Can we hold on to get into extra time? Aliou with the throw in. Throws it in but cut out straight away, and Musiala effort just wide of Vitek's post. extra time in the Champions League final. Pump our fists. The pundits might not believe in us today, but the fans do. Go and do them proud. We make one last substitution, Baldo coming off for Fall. We're still going with his attacking 4-1-2-3. "98 minutes on the clock, Liverpool pushing for a winner here, but not getting there. Bertolacini hitting it just wide of Vitek's post. Half time in extra time. We shout demand more at the players. Can we get a goal in this? Aliou gives it away and Liverpool on the attack. Manuel from distance just over Vitek's bar. It's a close game. 18 shots to us, 20 to Liverpool. 49% possession to us, 51 to Liverpool. As Fall gives it to Aliou. Rower to the back post and Sparhich. Has he put us in the lead? 112 minutes on the clock. VAR once again. And it's been given. Aliou to Fall, 1-2 from the throw-in, gives it to Roa, and Sparhich at the back post, headers it past Evans. Is this the winning goal? We do go defensive, Tissilis dropped down. Roa moved into the middle, Drame out to right mid. The gambit is in effect, Liang fell at left wing. And to consolidate further, we change our mentality to cautious. We change our time wasting to frequently. We tell the players to focus. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute of added time. And Cadbury Athletic have done it. We have won the Champions League and the Premier League in the same season. What a famous night for every Cadbury Athletic fan. And probably one of the biggest achievements in my football manager career. You boys deserve it. Well done. What a perfect end to a perfect season. Premier League winners, Champions League winners, Division 12 to the top. We are born to win. We've got quite a stacked trophy cabinet here at Cadbury Athletic. The only division we didn't win out of all of the leagues was Sky Bet League 2. But we won the FA Cup, won the Premier League, and more importantly we won the Champions League. The next season we were given a transfer budget of 71 million, with 91 million in the bank balance. Cadbury Athletic now has worldwide reputation. Media prediction of 9th, and we won the Premier League. Sparhich and Drame top goal scorers with 20. Drame highest average rating of 7.24, with Jovanovski getting 28 assists. Sparhich, a fantastic player for us, 6'4", Bosnian, 21 years of age, 40 million well spent. Drame, 24-year-old, now French international, 20 million well spent, a fantastic duo to have up front for us this season. Jovanovski, even though he is going to Borussia Dortmund, £52 million, was our player of the season, 5 goals, 17 assists in the Prem, with 2 goals, 10 assists in the Champions League. Looking at the competitions, we won the Premier League, 90 points. How did we fare though across that season? We scored the most goals in the Prem, 101 goals scored overall. Not only did we score the most, we conceded the 5th fewest with 45 across the season. Drame won the UEFA Champions League Player of the Season award. 11 games, 9 goals, 4 assists, 7.71 average rating. Fabregas also won the Young Player of the Season for the UEFA Champions League, 4.7 million well spent. And we also had 6 players in the dream team of the Champions League: Peralta, Fabregas, Rodriguez, Aliou, Jovanovski, and, of course, Drame. Peralta was the goalkeeper of the season, Fabregas, Aliou, Rodriguez. Defenders of the season with Roa and Jovanovski, midfielders of the season. And here we are, end of season review for season 13 of Cadbury Athletic. My personal signing of the season was Jorge Rodriguez, but Breaker was given that award from the board and from the fans. We only lost 4 games all season in the Premier League, drawing 6 and winning 28, 90 points on the board. Our biggest win was a 9-0 victory over Ferencváros as the first game in the Champions League. We beat Nottingham Forest 8-1 in the Premier League. Cadbury Athletic now have a worldwide reputation. Sponsorship has gone up 17 million to 22 million, and competition prize money has gone up 30 million to 115 million. The 4-1-4-1 mastery this season: Peralta, Fabregas, Rodriguez, Laskowski and Aliou, Baldo, Drame, Menecci, Roa, Jovanovski and Felix Brega up front. Although personally I think Sparhic should be up there. Jovanovski took Fans Player of the Season and Young Player of the Season with most assists, breaking the record with 28 across the season. And to top it all off, a historic double Premier League and Champions League winners. Across our time here at Cadbury Athletic, we won 15 major awards, the Premier League Manager of the Year twice. And we do have a new 26,000 capacity stadium being built in Bourneville for Cadbury Athletic. Will it be named after us? We'll have to find out.